chilling.
That's what's up. You fuck with the schedule for this week?
It's cool.
Yeah.
I don't see why we should do shit on the weekends. We should be off on the weekends. You know,
I
unless
mean,
unless niggas is donating, we shouldn't be doing shit on a Friday or Saturday.
I be working and shit.
Hey, we got time during the week to fit in other shit though.
Cause I don't want to like overstuff a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Sometimes I ain't gonna be here. And then we got to push it back anyway.
Facts.
You know.
Like I said, if you busy, just let me know.
Yeah. And these niggas don't contribute anyway. You shouldn't. We ain't catering to these niggas. I ain't catering to these niggas on no Friday. When y'all start contributing, then I will be here on the weekend. That's how that go. Reggie ain't gonna say it. I'm saying it. Y'all want us to be here on Friday night. Y'all gotta pay us to be here on Friday night. 'Cause you ain't gonna see me on Friday and during the summer.
That Amy Winehouse movie is not getting good reviews.
Did you see it already?
I saw clips on YouTube.
A clip is not the same as actually seeing the movie.
I want to see what's actually factual before I waste my money. You know?
How else are you gonna know it unless you see the movie?
I like to actually prepare myself. After All Eyes on Me, just change my views on biopics.
Yeah, they all can't be that bad like that. So
I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna wait to the reviews. Oh yeah, AJ said what's up.
what's good, AJ?
Yeah, he's talking to his other friend in the other room. Yeah, everyone's house is getting raided. What the hell? Sean Kingston's house got raided and shit.
You doing shit? What you expect?
These niggas
You
be
doing
wild.
shit?
Niggas be wild.
You know.
All day I've been seeing that Garfield movie trailer. I was like, it's the most overhyped Garfield movie I've seen in a minute. I mean, I like Garfield, but how many more stories can he tell for Fat Cat?
Exactly. Yeah, I grew up
Fat
on
Cat.
Garfield too. I don't want to see no damn movie for him though.
Right. To me, the best Garfield was the 1987 cartoon, Garfield and Friends.
Yeah.
That's the Garfield I grew up on.
Yep. Same. Odie and Tom.
Yeah. I mean, I read the comics here and there though, but it wasn't really like a major.
Right.
But when they did that Garfield movie with Bill Murray, I did not care for that one too
I didn't
much.
even watch that shit.
Yeah,
Really?
you're not missing nothing.
It looked bad.
Even Bill Murray regrets doing that movie.
Wow. He made a lot of shit he should regret.
I'm saying,
You know.
what about the Garfield movie from '07? I think that was like a sequel. Yeah, I didn't care for that either.
Never watched it.
And I'm gonna be real with you, that Bachelor gets on my nerves. Something about his ass, I just never liked that.
Lord.
I always thought he was like the smoothest nigga and shit. Now with Peanuts, it's different because you can make a lot of stories with Peanuts. Like a white boy getting harassed by his friends, you can make hella stories off that shit.
Right.
One of these days, I want this nigga Charlie Brown to just blink off on one of these motherfuckers and shit. Especially that fucking Lucy and shit. Like I'm saying, that one day if they can make a scary Winnie the Pooh, they're gonna make a episode and a fucking movie when Charlie Brown just goes on a rampage and just fucking turns into a psychopath. Talking about
He's stupid.
Charlie Brown. Just Charlie Brown avenging Snoopy's death.
That's funny.
He would just start killing everybody and shit that fucked him up. I'm telling you, if they make that into a movie, man, I want my royalties. If they make that for real, I want my royalties.
Wow. Only Reg would say that.
Nah, for real though. I want my royalties.
Crazy.
I'm gonna start in about 5 more minutes.
Crazy.
So what else has been going on? Yeah, everyone's. So I see Billboard is now getting into the list craze. I'm not even gonna keep that fucking list. To be honest with you. Top 15. This is what makes me laugh. Then they say like skeeving, or I mean pull it up because this shit.
We just did the damn our own list.
Right. Because this title had me dying. Top 15 most scathing hip hop. What the fuck is scathing? What kind of hip hop head used the word scathing? See, that's how I know these motherfuckers are out of touch.
They bugging.
Why try? That is so scathing of you. You're so scathing.
I mean, stop talking white.
Who the fuck I look like to you? Fucking Farnsworth Bentley ass nigga. Like, come on, man. What kind of motherfucker used the word scathing? What does that even mean? Let me look that up. Hold on.
Oh.
Scathing.
Scathing, you mean? You think you're saying it wrong. You mean scathing?
Oh, that's how it's scathing?
Scathing. Bro, I can't believe you're a college grad and you be mispronouncing shit.
I never heard that word before in my life.
You never used scathing
I never used that word. I swear in my life I've never used that word before.
Wow.
I've never used that word.
You went to college. I didn't go to college, and I know what scathing means.
Well, nigga, that don't mean I know every goddamn word in the fucking dictionary and shit. Okay, I went to fucking college and shit.
Oh, shit.
God.
You never used scathing in a sentence?
No. I thought it was like some fucking word white people use just to make themselves look fancy and shit.
What the fuck?
I never used that fucking word.
Oh, Lord.
Shit, I went to college and shit. That don't mean I know every goddamn word in the dictionary and shit.
Oh, God.
Shit. No, but for real though, who uses the word like that for a diss track?
What you mean?
Scathing.
I mean, there's a lot of people that could use it in a diss track. Cannabis, because he has wordplay.
Cannabis, he just rhymes just to rhyme and shit.
Yo, you stupid.
I'm on one tonight, am I? Shit.
Yeah. Oh, man.
What else is going on? I'm saying one more thing going on. So, you know, this summer's going to be lit. We're going to have a Bad Boys 4 and a Beverly Hills Cop 4. That's wild.
Right? I'm gonna do the review for Cop 4. Let's do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that on my channel because people seem to love when I do the movie reviews. I'm like, let's talk about Cop 4. Me, you, and Mike. If Mike is available for that.
Well, we can do that, and I definitely want to do the breakdown around the time the movie comes out, though, on my channel.
Yeah.
Cause I did say I was going to do that, but I was like, I kind of pushed that shit back.
Yeah, why you push that shit back and we talk about everything else?
Cause I have like hella ideas and shit. I just be like, look, I got to sort out. You don't write this stuff down? I do, but I be writing hella notes and shit. I be forgetting them and throwing them away by accident. But I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Let's go.
What's up, YouTube? How's everyone doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy trying to build it with me. How you doing, Try?
Chilling.
All right, so on this day in hip hop, we're going to talk about one of my all-time favorite hip hop albums. Not just I'm going to be. This is actually one of my all-time favorite albums of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It is J. Wu the Damager with The Sun Rises in the East. This album
Yes.
came out May 24th of 1994. This is actually the 30th anniversary of this album and whatnot too. I've done a review on this album years ago. And I think I've done a re-review on this album. I think I gotta double check, but yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time. Like, yes, he's actually behind like the Twin Towers and whatnot too. Because the '93 they tried to bomb in '93 and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, J. Rue the Damager, he's a Gangstar affiliate. He made his first appearance on Wax on the Gangstar track "I'm the Man" from Daily Operation, which I feel like is a very dope album. Probably my third favorite Gangstar album, to be real with you. And I'm the Man's like one of my favorite posse. I feel like he had the best verse on that album. I mean, on that song, to be real with you. But I feel like Guru had the best verse on Speak Your Clout from Hard to Earn. You know what I'm saying? And so after that, he was on Speak Your Clout on the Hard to Earn album, which that album again is another masterpiece right there too. I know there's some fans that don't fuck with that album because
Ain't bugging.
right. I'm just gonna say the nerdy hip hop fans don't fuck with the album because it's too boom bap because they prefer like the jazzy. And I've heard people say this like the jazziness of Step in the Arena and Daily Operation, but Hard to Earn, they were still jazzy, but they were more stripped down with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that same year he dropped this album. This was known for songs like Come Clean, which is a classic hip hop track right there. And that's mine. This whole album was produced by Primo, but there's something about that Come Clean beat I just bump to this day. A little trivia: in the music video of Come Clean, you'll see a young Ja Rule making a cameo in the video and shit too. Just throwing it out there. But this album also has bangers like Brooklyn Took It, Ain't the Devil Happy, my favorite track on the album. The controversial The Bitches, which that song right there was controversial because the Fugees, the Fugees, they didn't really fuck with the message of that song.
Mm-hmm.
And in this album, the score, which of course that should be everyone's favorite Fugees album, they had a song called Zealots. You know what I'm saying? Classic track. And I think it was White Clef. He had a line where he said, "You're still a false prophet," which J. Rue, he got back at them on the song. I want to say it was Black Cowboys. I want to say it was that song. Yeah, it was Black Cowboys on the Wrath of the Math album. But that's another story for a different day. I love jungle music. Like this whole album is front to back, no skip, 5 mic masterpiece. You know what I'm saying? Some of Primo's best work, like Primo was definitely at a bag in '94. Something about '94, '95 Primo. He was definitely at a bag. I know a lot of fans love the Wrath of the Math. I love Wrath of the Math. Don't get me wrong, but say subject matter wise, production wise, it's just as good as Sunrise in the East. But subject matter wise, he pretty much talked about the same thing, like flamboyant MCs, the shiny suit era, whack MCs, And don't get me wrong, I respect that, but at the same time too, it was just like some of them it was just kind of repetitive, but not a bad album. I think we did Wrath and Math a while back too. But what do you think of Sunrise in the East?
Classic. I remember having it on cassette, and hearing Come Clean and Primo using like it sounded like some Chinese water torture on that song, and
Yeah,
that beat was just fire. You know what I'm saying? J. Rue from Brooklyn, underrated Brooklyn artist. That whole album was fire. Brooklyn Took It, and the Bitches. Can't Stop the Prophet. I got that joint on vinyl with the Pete Rock remix, and
same.
every joint. You know what I'm saying? Ain't the Devil Happy, Static, Wrath of the Math, another classic. To me, like I said, like his first two with Primo was his best albums. I don't want to hear anything after that. But his best two is with Primo. I wish he did another one with Primo just to complete make a trilogy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just a great album.
Yeah, no lies about that, man. Classic, front to back. All right, so now we're gonna talk about
We got
that.
Heavy D. We can't forget Heavy D. Happy birthday, Heavy D.
Oh yeah,
30
happy
years
birthday,
with Nothing But
MD.
Love. 30
Yeah,
years. Aaliyah, her first album, Ain't Your Nothing But a Number. 30 years for that as well.
yeah. I feel like some people these days might forget about that album, if you know what I
I
mean.
ain't forgetting about that album.
Yeah,
Fuck
I
that
love.
album.
I fuck the album, but you know,
Hey, I've seen Aaliyah and R. Kelly in concert. I ain't forgetting about that. Fuck all that. It is
try
what it
to
is.
you say fuck all that hype. All right, so now we're gonna talk about Daz Dillinger with this first solo album, Retaliation, Revenge, and Get Back. This album came out March 31st, 1998 on Death Row Records, which at this time it was not owned by Interscope. It was owned by Priority Records and shit. It came out with two singles, which was, excuse me, In California, and It Might Sound Crazy. Producers include Daz, Randog, Superfly. Suge Knight was an executive producer on this album as well too. Um, Featured guests include Corrupt, Superfly, Trey D, Badass, Recipes Badass, Tech, Technique. I think I'm saying it right. Prince Ital Joe, Be Legit, Bo Rock, Too Short, Val Young, Tupac, The Outlaws, Rest in Peace Pop, J Money, Snoop, Nate Dogg, Rest in Peace Nate, Big C Style, Lil C Style, Dub C, Big Pimpin' Delamon, MC8, and that's it. So at this point, you guys should know who Daz is. I mean, I don't. I'm not going to tell you the dog. We done the Dog Pounds Dog Food album. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even going to go through all that. Excuse me, right quick. Sorry about that. So after the release of the Dog Food album, he pretty much was producing for like other cats in Death Row. Around this time too, you know, Dr. Dre pretty much was going through his stuff like around this time, so he was pretty much in his own lane. He pretty much became like one of the more in demand producers from Death Row. And one of some of his best known work was like on Tupac's All Eyes on Me album, which classic album to this day. You know what I'm saying? He did like two of America's Most Wanted. I Ain't Mad at You. You know what I'm saying? Also around that time too, he was doing shit like Snoop's The Dog Father, which I've talked to death about that album. I mean, I never really cared for that shit. He was working on Nate Dogg's first album, the G Funk Classics, Volume 1 and 2, which was supposed to have been on Death Row Records, but we'll get into that. We'll get more into that later. And Lady of Rage with Necessary Roughness, which another album we talked about, which I never really cared for that. But like 1996, as high as Death Row was at, it was slowly starting to crumble down. And a lot of people would say when Dre left in March of '96, that was the beginning of the end. Give me 1 second. I gotta blow my nose back here. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. But yeah, people might say when Dre left in March of '96, that was like the beginning of the end. But I feel like it was when Time Warner stopped their distribution deal, like in late of '95, was the beginning of the cracks crumbling. Because then Dre left in '96, and you had all those fights happening. Sam Snead getting his ass beat and jumped and shit like that too. Then you had Tupac passing away after being gunned down, Suge going to prison.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like Death Row was just like a free for all at that time too. And so the later releases, they didn't really get like a lot of strong well, minus the Don Illuminati from Pac, of course.
Right.
But like, you had Snoop's The Dogfather, which that relatively did good, but it really did like a fraction compared to what the Doggy Style did. Michelet came out with the Hung Jury album, which I'm definitely planning on talking about that album at some point because I'm thinking about doing a double review on Michelet with the first album. What else? What else? And then of course, they were doing the soundtracks. So all the movies popped with it, like Gang Related, Gridlock, which again, pretty good soundtracks for the most part, but compared to like the Above the Rim soundtrack and The Murder Was the Case, it really wasn't touching it and shit, in my opinion. I'm just gonna be keeping it a buck. I mean, there was some dope tracks on that shit too, but still. But then you have this album right here, you know what I'm saying, with the Retaliation, Revenge, and Get Back album. Which, if you ask me, I personally feel like this is the last classic Death Row album, if you ask me. Yeah, I'm gonna be real, and I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you because the Don Illuminati. I feel like with the Don Illuminati album, that was a high point that a lot of Death Row albums couldn't really duplicate. And at this time in the late '90s, West Coast hip hop commercially wasn't really like the dominant form. I mean, yeah, it was still some cats that was still doing their thing, but at that time there was a certain label in the other side, that was pretty much have a more flashier approach or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm just gonna say it, Bad Boy. Yeah, Bad Boy's pretty much doing that shit and whatnot too, you know what I'm saying? But Death Row was pretty much like losing a lot of financial gain and money from marketing. And when it comes to like this album, it pretty much felt like a vintage Death Row, but at the same time, if Death Row, like Death Row modern era, because before Death Row really became the Row. And this is really the last time you'll probably hear Daz and a Snoop and a Nate Dogg and a Badass on a Death Row album and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna count like the unreleased joints. I'm not gonna count compilations, and I'm definitely not gonna count the appearances on those Tupac posthumous albums. I'm not gonna count all that, but yeah, like this is the pure form and stuff like that. And a lot of fans have, to this day, have called it like a cult classic. Me personally, we would definitely talk about this, and album we'll definitely talk about it. So the album cover, very dope album cover. For all my Motown heads, he took inspiration from Marvin Gaye's 1981 album In Our Lifetime, which is another album I've talked about in the past. I feel like it's a very underrated album and whatnot too, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. And so of course we don't have this album and shit too. So Christian said they're supposed to come out with Doggy Bag, which was their second album. I heard about that, Christian, yeah. And they had the original version of the Got My Mind Made Up, but with Pac coming out of prison, Suge Knight pretty much told them Death Row Cats, Pac is going to jump on the song. We're going to quickly make it out an album. And the rest is history and whatnot too.
They had another title for that. It was called West Coast Aftershocks.
I heard that title too.
Yeah, they said it on the Pac at the Pac show at House of Blues.
Yeah,
they said the title in.
Q said, and the poet. I don't think Poetic Justice was on Death Row. It was not on Death Row.
No.
Yeah.
You had the bootleg version.
Anyway. Alright, so this album has 16 tracks. We're gonna get started with the first track, Gang Banging Ass Criminal. It's like an interlude / track posse cut. You know what I'm saying? It's just pretty much the first track. I mean, the interlude pretty much starts off, them in a gang meeting and stuff like that, and everyone's doing their dirt and shit like that too, and stuff like that. It's very cinematic. Honestly, I'm gonna be cute, but I kind of felt like it went a bit too long for my taste, for an intro. But it is what it is. But then you had like everyone rapping and shit like that too, and I've always fucked with Daz as he's not like the strongest lyricist, you know what I'm saying? But he definitely has like a lot of flavor and charisma. But for most of these tracks, Hot Take he pretty much got flamed on a lot of his shit on most of these songs. I'm just gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a bad. It's not a bad thing because Daz is Daz. You know what I'm saying? Daz is Daz. Daz will always do his thing. I've always been a fan of him since I heard him on Doggy Style and whatnot. To it. Let's not act like he never ripped the mic at once at some point. But Corrupt, he cast like Corrupt and Trey D. They were just lyrically on a different platform, and I definitely feel like Corrupt and Trey definitely did their thing on this track. I love the line when Corrupt says, "The biggest wall built, fuck around and get killed, get shook for trying to sneak a peek in my butt. Comatose overdose of thoughts when he look. The forbidden hidden zone that I'm hitting. Don't play with my intelligence, nigga, as the heat slitting. Fire." You know what I'm saying? This is the heat I wished you would brought on that Corruption album, which I've never liked to this day, in my opinion. Never. If it was just the West Coast CD, then I would fuck with it. But the East Coast shit, I didn't really fuck with it. But that's another story for a different day. But yeah, I fuck with this track.
What track is this? Gang banging?
Yeah, the first track is like
Yeah,
gang banging.
I thought it was a dope song, dope bass line. Dad saying 45s and 9s, the 80s and automatic slithering coming through for you and your boys with some static. Loved his flow on that. Everybody else killed it.
Definitely. All right, track 2 is going down. You know what I'm saying? Some fucking street shit. This features Prince Joe and Corrupt. I love the beat. I love the beat that he was using. Yeah, I love the beat he used. He uses the Just Ice sample on this track too, which I felt like was pretty ill and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So definitely love the. This could have definitely been like a Dog Pound track.
Reg, what's his name again?
Who?
What's his name again?
Whose name?
The guy on the track. What's his name again?
I think his name is like Prince Joe. What?
Prince Idol Joe. Prince Idol Joe.
Prince Idol Joe.
Yes.
Whatever. Whatever, nigga.
Oh man, you are the king of fucking people's name up. I'm convinced now. I'm convinced. I love you. Before it was like an inside joke. Now I think everybody knows. Like, we're gonna come on and watch Reg fuck up somebody's name tonight.
I didn't know he passed away. Oh shit.
Yeah, he did.
Oh wow. From a car accident. Damn. Okay. Oh yeah, he did do some shit with Marky Mark. Okay. That's when Marky Mark tried to go all reggae and shit. I remember.
After the first album, I was like, yeah.
Oh shit. That was when he. Oh man, he was trying to be slow. He was trying to be slow around that time.
He only needed one album.
See, now I feel more bad fucking up his name and shit.
Yeah, you should. It's okay. You go fuck up somebody's name on Sunday. I know.
Shit. But yeah, I like this track.
This track was banging. Love the Corrupt verse. He said, I heard niggas kicking static, making noise, cold-hearted. When it gets started with my boys, automatic toys and tangle with niggas for profit. I feel on lockdown because I collects the Glocks with. This was like vintage Corrupt around this time. It's like he was one of my favorites.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? And the beat was dope. Prince Idol Joe was talking his shit. It's fire.
Yeah, definitely a fire joint. Track number 3, Player Partners, featuring Be Legit and Bo Rock. This definitely had that summertime, like in a beach kind of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? I wish this was a single. If this album was marketed better, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, this was fire. Love the beat to this one. Definitely a nice song.
Yeah, definitely. Daz and Be Legit was killing it on here. Had like a smooth groove. Love the beat. I'm assuming that was Bo Rock on the chorus.
Yeah.
This is dope.
Yeah, definitely had a little jet. Like it kind of gives me DJ Quick kind of vibes in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like something you definitely hear from the Rhythmalism album, maybe Sugar Free Street Gospel album, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Next track is It Might Sound Crazy, featuring Too Short. Yeah, this was the single. This was straight, a fucking straight song and shit like that. I've always been a fan of Too Short. Superfly actually produced this joint too. You know what I'm
Underrated,
saying?
underrated
Very
artist.
very underrated artist. You know what I'm saying? Especially all my West Coast heads, y'all should definitely know him and stuff like that too. You know. But yeah, this one right here, definitely love the beat to this one. It's definitely I can also have seen this on Too Short's album, Can't Stay Away album, came out in like '99, which that's another dope album. So glad he talks about that when we did it.
This was dope. Again, it's like really smooth on track. Too Short killed it. Daz did his thing. He said, Daz make a bitch come like never before. Do it fast, do it slow. Fucking like you want it, hitting every little organ by her stomach. Stop, back up, bitch. Who the fuck keep you coming? Loved his flow in that.
Definitely.
Dope collab.
Yeah, I definitely love this shit. All right, next track is Our Daily Bread featuring Corrupt and Prince Idol Joe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this definitely is one of the more dark and conceptual songs on this project and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? Just it's pretty much more of like an introspective song. I love like the outro beat to this track too. To be real with you, I felt like that was definitely a nice little beat and everything too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And Idol Joe and everything though he does the outro thing. You know, he's talking about like different conspiracies and shit too, which I felt like that was what really made this song for me. So yeah, this one was a banger. I love this one.
The beat don't sound familiar to you?
It Loki kind of did though, in a
It's
weird
the
way, but
the what I feel beat from the Doku album.
mm,
The joint with Rage. Rage was on that joint.
yeah, now it's coming to me.
Yeah, and Daz just added like some like strings or some shit to it, but it's the same beat. The Corrupt killed
Okay,
it. He did his thing. He said, I'm all about dropping bombs and possessing the deadliest rhymes the mind can design. So let's let bygones be bygones. Aim and shoot and masturbate your boys if you're down for making loot. Loved his flow. It's a bang. Prince Idol Joe was talking his shit.
definitely. Next track is In California featuring Val Young. Yes, another legend in the building. We got Val Young. Y'all should know. She was on the Brides of Frankenstein, which was affiliated with Parliament Funkadelic. Then she done some shit with like Rick James. She came out with an album, which I do have that album in my collection. Um, and of course, you guys should definitely know. I think she's probably best known for featuring Tupac on "To Live and Die in L.A." One of my favorite songs from that Machiavelli album.
Yeah.
Like hot take. I've always liked that song more than California Love. I'm gonna be real with you.
Oh God.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love California Love, but "To Live and Die in L.A." is just.
Okay.
It's
They,
just. It's,
they,
it,
they
it's
didn't
just.
play that as often like they did with California Love.
You said what?
They said they ain't play that one often like they did with California Love.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It definitely like one of the more. It's like a vintage pop song from that period. Like that's some shit he would probably do like in the Strictly for My Niggas era, maybe the Thug Life era and stuff like that too. What up, Mike? How you living?
Mike was good.
Like
Might be
you actually.
doing Cop 4 on my channel July 4th weekend.
Ooh, you said Cop 4?
Yeah, we're doing Cop 4. It's coming out. It was coming out July
Oh,
3rd.
Beverly Hills Cop 4. Okay, got you,
Yeah,
got you.
Cop 4. What you thought I was talking about? The GTA?
Hey, there's a lot of movies with cop, like Kindergarten Cop, all that
No,
shit.
I'm not doing that shit.
Mall,
This is
mall,
special.
mall
This
cop.
no RoboCop. Fuck that. This one's special.
All right. All right. But yeah, this track in California was pretty dope too. This is like a classic to a lot of people.
This this was the first single. I remember seeing the video for this. I mean, it's cool. I wouldn't have picked this for the first single though. This was like Daz's version of like California Love to him. It was dope. I just
Mm.
feel like there's other songs on here that could have been the first single instead of this. This could have been like the second or third single.
I'm not mad about that. Like this one track we're gonna get into later that I feel like could have been a first single, but we're gonna talk
Yeah,
about that.
yeah. There's other songs I feel like should have been singles too.
Yeah. All right, next song, Initiated slash Thug Pound featuring Tupac, Corrupt and the Outlaws. So there's actually two versions of this song. The other version that has the boot camp click as a featured guest
I never heard that
and stuff
version.
like that.
That wasn't on the Machiavelli bootlegs though. I never heard that one.
I think I remember I saw a thumbnail on YouTube and I was meaning to click on it and check it out, but I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I didn't really check it out at the time.
See, when I this
But
I heard the song first on the Machiavelli when I had the Machiavelli bootlegs. I think it was like on 4 or 5. They had it. You know what I'm saying? I want to say, wasn't it on like the Don't Go to Sleep EP?
I believe it was one of them EPs. Yeah,
Yeah.
one of them.
But I never heard the I didn't even know there was a boot camp version.
Yeah, man, definitely. But this song right here was pretty ill. This was not a bad song. Again, this is some of the last shit Pac did. Before he tragically got gunned down and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of interesting too because you know what I'm saying. He was definitely like bigging up the Death Row clique and everything like that too at this time. And honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I honestly feel like he killed this. He had the best verse out of everybody in this
Oh
track.
yeah, for sure,
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? Like he had a line where he said, "I'm Machiavelli the Don is what they tell me. I'm armed. I'm dropping niggas like bombs, getting that ass like a thong. Picture a felon in the impressions, taking buses back in the essence. Telling my
Uh,
people keep my lethal message. Visions of me getting money got me in mash mode.
Whew.
Like that is maybe one of my all-time favorite Pac verses he's ever done. Like, and I hate when niggas talk saying, "Oh well, Tupac wasn't lyrical. Tupac wasn't as lyrical as a
Who
Nas
says
or
that?
Ghostface."
I heard people say that stupid shit too. I'm like, what? Was y'all think it was just about Biggie and Nas? Nah, don't ever say no stupid shit like that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I always feel like the Don Illuminati and shit like that. He definitely had like a lot of lyrical quotables on that album. But yeah, but this definitely was a fire track.
I think I still got it on the Machiavelli bootlegs too, bro. I think I
Nice.
still have. I still have it. Um, this was fire, man. Like the bass line for it, the beat, everybody did their thing. Fatal Hussein, rest in peace, killed it. EDI's verse at the end killed it. That's why I say like Outlaws, like they were definitely different when Pac was here. When Pac was here, they were killing shit. Not like how it is now. They just dropping shit and it's like this, like it's just going on the radar. But when Pac brought a different energy around people, and they were dropping like they best shit when he was here, and they should have a video for this for sure. Definitely, definitely Pac had the best verse. Mama, these niggas got me fighting these 3 strikes, showing up in court. Fuck what you thought is street nights. I put the game down first, put my niggas up on it. Now we America's most wanted. Classic.
Yeah,
Pac,
definitely a classic.
I've been on live streams and people say some crazy shit about Pac. And he wasn't as lyrical like Biggie and Nas. I'm like, nah, y'all wasn't listening to him. Man. Y'all might have heard like one fucking album and then went off for that.
Like to be honest, one of my all-time favorite Pac lyrical songs is "Out on Bail." That
That was fire
song
too.
I always love. That should have been on the Thug Life album, to be real with you, but the fucking Interscope, man, fucked up. There was a lot of ill shit on that album that should have been on the Thug Life album that really showcased Pac's lyrical sound, like "Cradle to the Grave," the OG version with him and Tretch. I mean, come on, man, like, but motherfuckers and shit like that. They thought, oh no, we don't want this shit there and stuff like that. You know how bitches go. Hold on
You
one
can't
second.
teach ignorance, Reg.
You said what?
Said you can't teach ignorance.
Yeah, fuck it. All right. Can you hear me? Because my headphones was kind of going in and out.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Appreciate it. All right, track number 8, Oh No, featuring Trady and J Money. Rappers always love using "Oh No" as a song and shit. But this one was pretty straight. You know, not a bad track. You know what I'm saying? I love the beat from Daz. I felt like that was pretty ill. You know, not only one of my favorite, but it was pretty straight.
I love the chorus. Oh no, niggas just want to get killed tonight. Tripping on you the way I feel tonight. Niggas better pack your guns. Fire. That's a dope beat
Definitely.
too.
Now let me ask you this: which y'all know you like better, this one or the Most Def Pheromone Nate Dogg run?
I heard, there's a Primo remix of that.
Yeah, I know.
I like the Primo remix of that joint.
Yeah, that Primo remix was pretty dope. It's been years since I've
Yeah,
heard that joint though.
yeah, that joint is. This is dope too though. This is slept on.
Yeah, very slept on. All right, track number 9. We got the title track, "Retaliation, Revenge, and Get Back." Um, yeah, this is just another street tale and stuff like that. Niggas not paying Daz's money and stuff like that. It's like very cinematic and whatnot too. Very dope track. This is actually the only track on this album. I think the only track he actually a solo song, and I feel like he definitely did his thing on this track too. I love the line where he says, "They say the streets ain't safe no more for us youngsters. Take the chance to achieve and live the life of a buster. Gather up all the matter. Yeah, we multiply many of his stories told. We analyze. You know what I'm saying? Definitely did his thing on this track. A fire joint right here.
Yeah, title track was dope. Had a nice beat, synthesizers on it.
Definitely. All right, next track we got is OG featuring Snoop Dogg and Nate Dogg. Um, oh, I didn't mean to text you that. If you got a text from me,
Halfway, we halfway done.
yeah, I was texting AJ. But yeah, this is actually my favorite track on this album, OG. It definitely gave me that vintage death row kind of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Snoop and Nate Dogg definitely did their thing on this track right here. Um, Nate Dogg, I think it was like Nate Dogg. Some of Nate Dogg's verse came from that verse. You can actually hear on the song "Nobody Does It Better" from the G Funk Classics album, which now we definitely got to talk about at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Snoop definitely did his thing right here too. You know, talking about first time he did a crime and shit like that too, and then he had to deal with his moms and stuff. I don't know why this was not a single and whatnot.
This should have been a single for sure.
This should have fucking been a single.
Yep.
But
Yep.
at this time, Snoop was like in no limit at this time too, where he's on his way to no limit. So contract bullshit. If it probably did have a single, probably have a verse from Corrupt like as a remix or some shit. You know how that would go.
Man. Man. Yeah, this is fire, man. Like Snoop, this is one of Snoop's best features to me. One of his underrated features.
I highly agree.
Definitely killed it. The beat was fire. Nate Dogg on the chorus. I mean, that's the formula right there. You got the dog pound with Snoop and Nate. You can't lose. This
Right.
was fire, and they definitely missed the opportunity to release this as a single. This should have been a single to me.
I agree.
Snoop talking about him getting arrested, his first time getting arrested, and his mama bailing him out, and coming home and having to deal with his pops. His pops hearing about it from his mom, and he looked at his mom like she was a snitch. Why did you tell him? And this was fire. He said, let's speed the clock up and pass some time. June 17th, 1979. That's my first time being arrested. I know I did the crime, but I ain't going to confess to this shit. I learned that from the G's. The G's an overseer. The overseer sees. I'm like, all right. So we enter the house, come up to the door, and pops right at the mouth. I couldn't do nothing but cry like a bitch. I looked at my mom and said, damn, why you snitch? They put me in
Mm.
punishment, but that didn't work. And I'm wearing khaki wallabies in the t-shirt. Loved his verse. Everybody killed it. Daz did his thing. This definitely should have been a single. It's one of my favorites on here.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that highly. All right, next track is "Baby Mama" Drummer featuring Big C Style and Lil C Style. This one was okay. I mean, self-explanatory. Just talk about Baby mama, child support paying. I love the beat. I feel like the beat was pretty dope, but this is around the time when the baby mama term got really popular, especially that song. Who that is? That's just my baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that
Oh,
one?
that garbage.
Yeah, them one hit wonders and shit.
This should have been a single too. I think Daz did it better.
Really?
Yes, Daz did it better than that other song.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like is this is Daz's first solo album. You're getting his views on and perspectives on different things, and people would have gotten to see. Okay, well, he repping Cali within California. If he had put out the OG joint, him and Snoop talking about when they got arrested, and now you put out baby mama drama, something that a lot of people could relate to. He's showing versatility as a solo artist, and again, they missed the ball with this, but I thought it was dope. I think the beat was fire. Big Pimpin', he was saying his shit at his poetical shit at the end. That was dope. Um, you had Dad saying, she filed child support and is really cold hearted. I've been taking care of you and your kid all of my life. Mad at me because I wouldn't make you my wife. I've done a lot of crazy things in my days, killing to get that weapon thing, robbing just to get paid. Now, how much more can I bear? And I explode inside, asking myself why. Love the chorus as well. The dude that was singing on the chorus, and this was a dope joint. This should have been a single.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. This definitely. Um, I mean, the way you put it, I can definitely see it now. Where you say you could have been a single, the way how you put it out.
I mean, cause like
But
when you're in a group, and then when you go solo, you want to separate yourself from that group that you came from. Like you look at Wyclef, he separated himself from the Fugees with the Carnival, Lauren with her album, and you know what I'm saying. Like we know what the Dog Pound gonna bring with him and Corrupt, but when you solo, you have to make it's like you got to start all over as a solo artist. And I
right,
think with the right singles, he would have been able to do that with this album.
yeah, you're right about that. All right, next song is "Only for You" featuring Big Pimpin' and Val Young. So this is something I never thought I would hear from a Daz record,
Hmm.
a love song. Yeah, never thought I would hear a love song from Daz, but not gonna hold you. This one's not bad. It's pretty much like a love lost kind of song. He met this girl and everything like that. Too. Chemistry's booming, everything's going right, but then at the same time too, they pretty much went their different ways and everything like that. Too. I mean, I didn't mind Big Pimpin' on this track, but I kind of wish this was more like a Daz solo on this one and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Not really one of my favorites, but I do like the effort. This was pretty straight.
You know what? I would have made this a single too, just to show. Again, he's shown his versatility. I mean, he probably would have gotten hate for releasing this as a single because when has a Dog Pound ever done love songs? But again, this is Daz by himself, as a solo artist. I think he released this as a single. People look at it like, oh shit, Daz coming out with a love song. I never expected that from him. Just Snoop did it with Beautiful, and we never expected that. And look how that blew up. So I definitely would have released this as a single also. And having Val Young killed it on the chorus. She was dope. Daz was saying, I met a woman plus a lady that was sweet and unique. She was trick. She wasn't no trick or no tramp. She was no freak of the street. I was amazed, looks and attitude. I spoke with gratitude. I loved his flow on this, and this was something different from Daz.
I
You know,
agree.
and he showed that he could pull it off too. Like he showed that. I mean, it ain't no hey lover now, but he showed that he could do a love type of song.
Yeah, definitely agree with you about that. All right, next track we got Riding High featuring Dub C. This one right here was pretty good. I've always been a big Dub C fan. You know what I'm saying? Which I feel like he pretty much killed this track as well. You know what I'm saying? I could have seen this as a single because at this time Dub C he had the Shadiest One album, which that's a
Mhm.
very dope album.
Yeah,
One of my possibly my favorite Dub C solo album. I'm gonna be real with you. I think I do have that album in my collection that's on vinyl. I think.
yeah, I have
You know
that
what I'm
too.
saying?
Mhm.
Yeah. We definitely gotta talk about that record and shit like that too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Um, yeah, man. That has some Dominic Q in it too. Yay, yay.
Oh Lord,
But yeah,
bust that
this
run.
that yeah, but this one was pretty straight.
This was dope. Dub C killed it. Definitely like the beat for this. This was fire.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Next song is the Ultimate Come Up featuring MCA and Badass. Um, this one was okay. I'm gonna be real with you. This one was okay. I mean, I like the beat. The beat was pretty straight. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It didn't hit me the thought what I thought I was gonna do. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But it was alright. It was alright.
The ultimate come up. I like the beat for this, man. We had like the
Yeah, the
eerie
beat was
melody
fire.
with the synthesizers. Yeah, it was dope.
Okay, respect. And the last track, "Thank God for My Life" featuring Badass, Trady, Superfly, and Big Pimpin'. I'm gonna be real with you. I did not like this track,
What?
and that's mostly with the beat. I did not like the beat.
Wasn't you the one that called this a West Coast classic, and you don't like this shit?
Hey, we'll get into that. I said I'm gonna say what I say. I'm gonna say what I say, but I didn't like the core. The chorus to me, I just didn't care for.
But
You
it's not
know,
like they used the chorus through the whole song though.
I know, but still, I just,
I like the chorus. I don't know
just
what you talking about, man. What? This shit fire.
yeah.
What you talking about,
Yeah.
man?
I said what I said.
Yo, Trady to me had the best verse on here. I loved his verse. He said
That
he
I
said
agree with.
so you think drinking and chilling, big willing and dealing is the life of the righteous because it's so appealing. Dealing, stealing, and killing is the way to succeed. So you're killing and willing to take whatever you need. You the villain indeed, but you plead your innocence. Say that in society, you gotta be militant. I love this verse. Trady killed it. The beat was fire. The chorus, I don't know what the hell you talking about. This shit was knocking.
Shit. And the last track is on Why Do We Bang, which is pretty much like a spoken word. You know what I'm saying? Him giving his rest in pieces to Tupac. Shouting out Suge Knight, Snoop, Nate, OFTB. You know what I'm saying? Which I think those cats were like, oh shit, my fault. I think those cats were like down with them. DJ Quick, if I'm not mistaken. I know DJ Quick did a song for them.
Was it
But yeah,
wasn't
this
they
is
on the Afro Christmas album or no?
they were on a
Yeah,
Christmas album.
I remember when we reviewed that. We were talking about them.
Yeah, but yeah, this was a nice outro.
Yeah, this was dope. Dad's giving shout outs to Shug and Death Row, and Pac had already passed away, and it was cool. I like the beat too. The beat was fire. This whole album got beats, yo. Like nobody can ever say Dad's don't come with beats.
It do. Yeah, definitely. All right, my personal opinion. This is a
You want to
highly.
talk about the bonus joint or no?
Oh yeah, that is right. Pimp City with Superfly.
Yeah,
Yeah, that track was pretty straight. I like that track. That's actually also on Superfly's debut album, that Whoopity Whoop.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which Daz also did production on, which I do love the beat from Daz. Yeah, that was pretty good too.
It's only featured on the LP and cassette for some reason. So whenever I get this album, it's gonna have to be out on cassette or LP. Eric, where you at? I need this on cassette or the LP because they don't got it on the damn CD for whatever reason. And it's not re-released. So I don't know why they would do some stupid shit like that. But this was fire. I like the beat for this. Like I said, like Superfly is dope artist, underrated. It's just some pimp shit on here.
Definitely, yeah, definitely some pimp shit. Overall, this is a highly underrated album. To me, the last classic album when it comes to the classic Death Row era You know what I'm saying? I feel like the production is to me the strongest point. Daz's production, was definitely at peak form around this period. I definitely felt like it's kind of interesting too because I was watching a Death Row documentary in BET, which I feel like is, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, the best documentary on death row. Period. If there was one documentary we had to see, if you just want to know about death row, watch the BT one. Like BT, when it comes to its documentaries, like on
Mhm.
Uptown, I mean not Uptown, but Murder Inc., No Limit, Loud. I think they did one on Rap City
Yeah.
and whatnot too. Like they always come through.
Yeah, we never discussed that one. I only watched part one. I gotta watch the other ones for that one.
Oh yeah, you definitely.
A Rap City, yeah.
Oh yeah, Welcome to Death Row from '01. That's a good one too.
I have that on DVD actually. Welcome to Death Row. That was
But the
good.
B yeah, but the BT one was just more in depth. Cause I feel like with the Welcome to Death Row, they did talk about it, but I feel like they talk about a lot of shit niggas knew, if you ask
Right.
me.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, but back to this album. What I was mentioning is that he was talking about how around '98 they had like a lot of newer artists signed to Death Row, and Daz wasn't really fucking with a lot of them like that and shit like that. Because if you really recognize this album, he pretty much kept it in house with the classics people like the Corrupts, the Snoops, the Be Legits, the Badasses, and then of course Pac was here, Nate Dogg. Then he had a few outside of West Coast cast like Too Short, Dub C, and MC8 and whatnot too, which I'm kind of grateful he kept it like this too. If you ask me, because like I said before, by this time Death Row Records was just definitely not like in a good place at this time and everything. And then this album really, I mean, it still relatively did well, but at the same time, at that time people were just after the whole death of Pac and Biggie, people weren't really trying to hear like that gangster rap no more and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people just gravitated towards other shit, and
And then Dre had to save them again.
right.
You know.
But yeah, with regarding this album, this was a very great album, and I give this honestly, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5.
This album should have went like at least double, triple platinum with the right singles and promotion and touring and all that. And I think after the Pac dying is just that was it for them. It wasn't the same after that. I remember Suge Knight was like signing like Crooked Eye and Eastwood and Left Eye and shit, but it wasn't the same. He even brought back Corrupt. It wasn't the same
Right,
after that. So this is like when you look at it like all like out of like the releases, this is like the last great one after like the end that really marked the end of Death Row. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. I love the album cover. The illustration for that is classic. You know, the album cover really describes the album. It's like you had some tracks that were gangster. You had tracks that were more on the lighthearted side for Daz, which was different for him as an artist at that time. And him doing a love song, like never would have thought I would have hear that from him. And having great production. Daz is an underrated producer. He always been. Um, I feel like if there was no Dre on the West Coast, then it would be all about Quick and Daz and you know um, Muggs, those type of beat makers. But his production was great on here. Like every track on here was banging. The songs, the features with you know Dog Pound and Be Legit. Having Nate Dogg rest in peace on here and Pac, Val Young. I feel like there should have been more singles than what came out though. OG should have been a single, Baby Mama Drama, Only for You, Initiated. I think those should have been like the main singles. When you had singles like that, if it was promoted properly and you had those singles out there, this would have been a double platinum album easily. You know, I mean, because it's not like when Pac died, like the West Coast was dead. It's just niggas was mourning on both coasts, and
Right.
Dre brought them back with the Chronic 2001, and then they picked up right where they left off. You know, Exhibit comes out with Restless 2000. That was great. You
Mm,
know, I know you don't like that album. I do, but it's not like they just fucking died. You know what I'm saying? It's just niggas was mourning for like a good 2 3 years, and then it was back to business. But this was a great album, so I'm giving it 4.5. I think it's highly underrated West Coast album. You know, I definitely got to get this. So Eric, I know you watching. Get this on cassette for me, cassette or LP, because they ain't got that bonus track on the CD, which was stupid because nobody was buying LPs at this time anyway, unless he was a DJ.
right. You got the text I sent you about the
Yeah,
what do you think?
well, that's cool.
Alright.
But see, we got the tournament lined up though.
Yeah, that's still gonna be Saturday, but I'm just saying, we can just move one of them
We
to
gotta
during.
we gotta do that shit. Like, I gotta if I'm gonna bring people on, I gotta see how the schedule lined up. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas might be busy on the weekend, and you know what I mean.
True. I mean, oh shit.
You gotta
Who,
we gotta
who, who do
plan
you,
this shit
who do you
right.
got lined? Who do you got lined up coming? Who do you got coming?
I got two people for sure. The others I haven't heard from them yet. Like I want to hear back from them. I invited like three other people, but if the three others can make it, cool. If not, we're gonna have the two come on with us, and they're huge R&B lovers. I sent them the list, so they definitely down. You know,
Okay.
yeah,
Cause I let Ashley and Mike know. I know they want. Cause I know Ashley don't want to do like a late review. That's why I try to make it in the afternoon so everybody
yeah, you
can.
gotta do it like early. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. And I know Mike we works throughout the week and on the weekends he's mostly free. That's the thing.
right,
Cause I'm saying like if we do the facts of life during the week, then we gotta wait till Mike after Mike gets off
right.
or some shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't want to put too much shit on the Saturday if that's you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
But we'll work it out. We'll work it out. But yeah, man, I'm gonna end it off right here. 'Cause I gotta go see what AJ's up to and shit like that. But this has been a fun ass review. This Sunday, we're gonna come up to you with a double feature. This Sunday, we got Erica Badu with the New America series, Part One and Part Two, 9 p.m. this Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
Kavace is gonna be on that with us.
I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him because I know you want. I know. I was trying to invite him last week, but we canceled last week because I had that gig and you had your shit. So I was like, yeah, I'm not even gonna waste my time. But also with Erica Badu, we also gonna finish up with the mixtape review this upcoming Thursday. Yeah, I'm actually doing a mixtape review on the channel. You know what I'm saying too. So that's gonna be interesting. And yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna say for right now. Anything you want to say before we head out?
July 4th weekend, Cop 4 review. All three of us.
Oh, yeah. What's a
But
grip?
it comes out July 3rd. I would like to do that shit July 3rd instead of the 4th, because the 4th is a holiday.
Yeah, well, I don't need to celebrate the fourth like that. I just go to cookouts. I'm more of a Juneteenth nigga,
Okay.
so it don't matter with me. I don't give a fuck.
Giovanni said he has it on vinyl and CD. Yeah, but the bonus track ain't on the CD though, and which is stupid because nobody was buying vinyl at this time.
Hey, what's a grippy?
I'm assuming it's her pussy was tight, and that's what J Cole was talking about in the song.
Cause I heard that J Cole track. I'm just like, Cole, what the
Stupid.
fuck?
J Cole taking L's, like it's bad enough you didn't want to battle Kendrick, you know, and that now you want to do some ratchet bullshit. Just drop that album, yo. That's the way you can make it up to us. Drop that album.
I'm just like this nigga. This nigga loves letting us down and shit, don't he?
He says salute from Colombia. Salute to Colombia, yo.
Oh, what's up, Colombia? I love me some
Colombia
Colombia.
got some beautiful ass women. Salute to Colombia.
I dated a Colombian woman and shit, man.
You did?
Yeah, yeah. I went international.
The Medellin. Salute to them.
Yes, sir. Other than that, I'm gonna talk to y'all niggas later. Appreciate this try as usual, and I'll talk to y'all. Peace.
All right.
Subscribe.
Peace.